Hi guys, and welcome to our video for today, the 26th of January 2026. So what is on the watch list and what is next for these stocks? Starting here with NAMM, NAMM Minerals. This one here, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, it started pumping up actually on the 21st of January, and it's held here until the 26th of January. So it's a good 5 days, 2 or 3 day trading days that it's been open here. I'm running for a decent amount of time, as you can see. So this isn't really just a typical pump and dump small cap that you would expect with most small caps, as you would know. This one has actually held quite well since the 21st, and it basically, technically, ran up, bounced off the Bollinger Band Center, and came back up here. It did lose it a little bit, but that's your wick off spring. If you take it to like a 15-minute time frame, you see a bit of a wick. And yeah, if you're looking for a larger swing trade in this or holding this overnight, you would have stop loss wide enough to keep you in the trade, which I don't do personally. I don't swing trade. But yeah, that's what wick off theory is. Wick off spring, so it hits your bounce zone, the orange line, comes a little bit beneath to try and trick you, then ultimately goes back up again. That's what happens. That's wick off theory. And yeah, taking this to the 5-minute time frame. Looking for a day trade now, I'd want it to push over 5 for an entry. And the 1 minute going to close over 5. And this should see it run by a decent amount. Let me just double check how much it should run over 5 by. So yeah, 1 minute going to close over 5. This one should run at least 8% and come towards 6 once again on this one. Until then, I would avoid it. And if we lose 3.5, I do think this one is actually done, and it will come down a lot further to 2.5 and beneath, etc. So yeah, above 5 it looks good for a move of plus 8% and coming generally towards 6 for day trade. And if we lose 3.5, we are done on this one. So let's take it to the 4 hour time frame then. See what this one's like to hold overnight. So yeah, lots of distribution, lots of selling, and lots of pressure to the downside in this one. Ultimately, because there's 4 red candles in a row, and there's 4 strong top wicks. Got a strong top wick here, another one here, another one here, and another one here. So that's wick off distribution, people selling, and indecision for the price and the candles to continue further towards 6. Once it gets above this 5.7 or around this 5.7 area. So lots of selling going on there. And looks like volume is increasing to the downside, unfortunately. So yeah, I wouldn't hold this overnight until you get a 4 hour green candle close over 5 on this one for an entry. And if we were to get a 4 hour candle close over 5, I would expect this one to run to at least 7.5, really. So if you're looking for a day trade, obviously a push over 5, then you got 6 as a resistance. Before holding this overnight or for a couple of days, sort of swing trade in that sense, if a 4 hour green candle close over 5 occurs, you can expect this one to hit 7.5, around that 7.5. So I'd come to like a plus 35 to 40% sort of move by the time you got filled. So that's a good sort of move on that one. NAMM. So yeah, 4 hour green candle close over 5 would be entries for a swing trade in this. And again, it's the same stance, guys. If it loses 3.5, you're coming down to 2.5, maybe lower, etc. So I wouldn't want to be in this beneath 3.5 personally. It looks like we hit a peak here on the daily as well, temporarily. So the 4 hour we need to get green candle close over 5, but the daily, if you want to be in it for more than a couple of days and hold it for a few days, maybe up to a week or two, you know, this one, it needs to have a daily close over 6 just here, because we're currently rejecting from 6, 3 strong top wicks against like 5.25, 5.7 area, and ultimately just no conviction in order to close above 6, and ultimately just rejecting from a death cross from the 200 simple moving average. And we need to reclaim this white line here, the 200 simple moving average, and have a daily close engulfing all the previous strong top wicks, representing indecision, selling off, and distribution. And yeah, once we get that, you can expect to move to a 7.5 and probably 10, to be honest. So yeah, for again, day trade over 5, you know, you got to worry about 6 as a resistance, and just look for like an 8% move. 4 hour time frame for the hold overnight or just for 1 or 2 days. You know, 4 hour green candle close over 5 should see us come and hit 7.5 in my opinion. And then a daily time frame for a few days swing trade, a week or two, etc. A daily close over 6, and this one is needed for an entry, and it should continue beyond 7.5 in towards 10 in my opinion. Sort of double figure targets. That's NAMM. Again, 3.5. Be careful of that one. Now let's take it to BATL. A bit underwhelming, I think, for market hours today. Might have a strong pre-market. Yeah. So this one might reverse then for market hours. And yeah, push over 5. Should see this one run at least 6%. The reason being is because consolidating here in like a falling wedge pattern shows a mature enough consolidation beneath the 1 day resistance. and it's going to be above the 80 EMA, light blue line, Bollinger Band center, orange line. Break out the Bollinger Bands where 95% of price action takes place within the navy lines and be explosive in order to break 5. And from that point of 5, I would expect this one to run at least 6%. The candles have got a bit smaller, so it's not as volatile as it was in pre-market or around market open, unfortunately, with a dump to the downside. But yeah, push over 5, we'll see it continue by at least 6%. And again, I would avoid it until then. So maybe it might be a bit more interesting to look on the 4-hour time frame for a swing trade in this one because the volume is a bit small right now. So yeah, when I put extended hours data on, we can see we're trying to get picked off of the 80 EMA here on the 4-hour time frame. Doesn't look very strong though. But again, this has got until 1:30. It's got 15 minutes to be fair, which isn't a lot of time. So basically, I just want a 4-hour green candle close over. For a new entry, I would say over 7 on this one. Because if it has a 4-hour close beneath 5, it's gonna continue down towards 2.8 really, in my opinion. So yeah, 4-hour green candle close over 7 for continuation on this one, and then I expect it to hit 10. Again, same as the previous one, just for like double figure targets, price targets. Yeah, around 9 to 10 on this one. So basically, I generally look for a plus 30% move, 25 to 30% move on BATL with a 4-hour green candle close over 7. And go, it's rejecting from the resistance here, the 1-day resistance. So once it gets above it, it'll continue. A lot of volume in this, so yeah, it should be quite good. Daily time frame looks terrible, just a random gap up. Again, a daily close over 7 for an entry in this one, and I'll expect it to run at least 25-30% in towards 9 and 10 sort of area on this one BATL. So again, 7 a key area for holding it overnight and for a swing trade, and for a day trade looks just for a push over 5, move a plus 6%. And if we were to lose 3.8, in my opinion, the 60 EMA here, we're coming to 2.8, and if we lose 2.8, we're done. So you can maybe cut your losses at 3.7 or something if you lose 3.8, so it becomes like 3.7, 3.65. Cut your losses there, then maybe enter again at 2.8 if you want a last sort of chance saloon attempt and bounce. But yeah, if we lose 3.8 by a decent amount, then we're coming towards 2.8. So yeah, be careful on that one. And then finishing up here, let's make this watch list smaller just so I can chart out. So yeah, this one is the main one for today. The most trades taken within the stock for today, as per the data in our Atlantic Trading Most Trader channel. Our channel presenting a table of stocks, the most trades actually taken within them, and therefore showing the real volume and real interest across US equities. And this one is consolidating the falling wedge pattern with 3 touches beside the wedge for mature enough consolidation. It needs to get above the Bollinger Band center, which is currently at 3.185. And yeah, just a push beyond there, which and the resistance above it, 4, would be a good breakout, a strong breakout, and it should run at least 8% with a push over 4 in this one. So we're watching this for a day trade over 4. However, if we lose 2.3 here, I do think we're done, to be honest, and coming down to 1.8 for another golden cross retest, but beneath the 200 MA, and ultimately retesting the 1-day support of 1.8. So yeah, beneath 2.3 can get a bit tricky and come even down even further. So yeah, I'll be watching this for a day trade over 4 for move plus 8%. Let's get rid of my wedge here to go and look at on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour close over 3, to be honest, would be good enough. Just making this wick small, this wick here smaller. If we get picked up in the next 13 minutes, if not, just a 4-hour green candle close over 3. Generally, should see us continue towards 4 and 5.3 respectively. So you can sell 50% at like 4, and then sell 40% at like 5.3, and leave the rest to run. With a 4-hour green candle close over 3 on NAMM BAI. And again, just remember that 2.3 level. Don't want to lose that. And here, a daily close over 3 should see it continue again. Should break beyond 4 and come towards 5.3. So how I'd play this one for a swing trade, I'd wait for a 4-hour green candle close over 3, and then if we get a daily close over 3, by the time I'm in the stock, then I think this one will come to and break over 4, and then anything above there, I'll just start to scale my profits. So yeah, anything over 4 with 5.3 being the main target, which is a plus. Measure it from here. I'll look for a 50% first target to be safe on this one with a 4-hour green candle close over 3 on NAMM BAI. It does look good. So yeah, that is the watch list for today, guys. So hopefully you can make some notes and trade these stocks carefully. Keep an eye on them for the rest of the week with those 4-hour and 1-day candles. and maybe for the rest of the day if you see it in time with the day trades. So yeah, thanks guys, and catch you all later.